going on, people? We're back in the podcast again, and I have my co-host next to me, Jomo. What's going on, bro?
That's cool. Happy to be on another show, man. Let's get going.
Yeah, man. We have one of my good brethren them coming on the show today. Obviously, we played together at NAPS. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
like Jabari Mitchell in the house. What's going on, bro?
yeah, man, everything good. Glad to be here.
How the
Yeah,
COVID
this is
thing
the most
treating?
important part from point. You make sure you're putting
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
putting naps part, you leave all the point part. What happened?
Don't forget your point, but
Yeah,
Don't put
the
point
next
part,
part more
man.
important.
Remember, point is foundation.
Yeah, how COVID and things treating you, bro?
it's tough, it's tough. Like everybody else, it's tough for me because no football, no set of opportunities like before. So it's just about coping with it and overcoming this obstacle.
But you in Trinidad still, man?
Yeah, in Trinidad right now. Yeah.
So it's no football
Correct.
at all for you. You're training or nothing, so.
Well, actually, today I just come from training. We started back with the national team, so it's
Okay.
today I start back. Before was nothing, just little sweating my community and stuff.
You're sweating
Yeah, about it.
you're sweating on that COVID.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it relates. I can help it.
You're breaking COVID rules or you only come here?
I can help it. It relates.
There's your
Well,
first national call up, Jabari.
Say again?
This is your first national call up.
No, I actually got one last year for a friendly against St. Vincent. I didn't feature, but I was on the bench. I was on the squad.
Okay, so you haven't got your first cap as yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
you did captain the on the 20 team.
Yeah, it was the under 20. Yeah, I played two under 20s actually. I played one with the likes of Martian and Akim Humphrey, and they had.
Muku
Well, with
and
my age, with my age, I got an next chance, so I captained the second under 20 team.
and that was a
Okay.
CONCACAF tournament.
Yeah, we played CFU and we qualified for CONCACAF, but we didn't make it to the World Cup.
How was that experience though?
Say again?
How was that experience though?
Real good, real good. From that tournament, I actually got scouted for a number of agents, and that gave me plenty of opportunities to go outside and people trying to do stuff for me. So it was good all in all. But I think we had the team and the potential to make it to the World Cup. But you know how it go.
How it feel to captain this side? Like how who gets it? Like who made the big decision to captain this side and why they made the big decision for you to be captain?
Well, our coach was Brian Williams at that time.
So the
He
connection
gave
link.
me. Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say was though like I probably was one of the most senior players on the team, seeing that I played under 20 CONCACAF before and all of that. So I probably was the most fit person to lead the team in his opinion. And it was a great honor to be the captain of your country. So yeah, I welcome you to the open arms.
Right, Jomo, go ahead.
Jabari, so that the last under 20 would have been probably your last feature as under player. Were
Yeah,
you scheduled to be part of the under 23 teams that was scrapped recently with the Olympics?
actually yes. I was one of the players in the planning to be a part of that team. It was
Okay,
real
okay.
unfortunate that we lost out on that because there are a number of really good players that I think would have been a part of that team, and I think we would have done really good. And it would have been a stepping stone for the senior team, but again, the next opportunity lost.
Okay. I want to go back to actually touch on you said right now you're training with the national team. How is that for you? Training under Coach Fenwick. I don't think you've been managed by him before, but how that working out
Yeah.
for you so far, and how is it feeling to be part of the national setup?
Well, first of all, it's always an honor to be a part of the national team and to be a part of the senior team now is like a dream come true. So it's just about doing my best and seeing if I can make the final squad when we have friendlies, when we, qualifiers and stuff. So I'm just pushing myself. But under Coach Fenwick, it's been good thus far. He's getting the youths to do what he wants, and the training is really intensive, and I'm enjoying it thus far.
Okay, no problem. And what position is settling on playing with regards to your senior career moving forward? What do you think is your best possible position?
Well, I usually play the number 10, the attacking midfield position, but Coach Fenwick, like, he also seen some in me as a winger. So sometimes he have me on the left wing and in the number 10 position. So I welcome in that as well, trying to learn new things, because I could also play on the wing, but playing at that level, I'm trying to adapt to what he wants me to do.
All right, no problem.
He pulling a Lampard and Miss Mountain here.
Like he's seen some men on the wing, so
Because
I have no problem with that.
all the years that I see you play and playing with you, I never see you play on the wing.
For real.
Yeah, that's like just one for me as well. I don't think I ever see you playing the wing.
I play on the wing a lot for connection.
I never see you play on the wing for NAPS. Because for NAPS you used to play holding and used to play return.
Yeah.
So now I know you, but you on a wing, I can't see that.
Yeah. Nah, I can handle it, man.
I see you wearing a Madrid jersey. I find you should come on the podcast when we talking about games too.
Yeah, well, I don't organize that by the team.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Jabari, how you feel about with the recent Pro League? It come to a stop. No football. I think that we from Point and from Library go down would have been hard hit by the CFL being cancelled. And I know that you have been part of the Guapo team that successfully won last year. So were you disappointed that with the Pro League now being, well, it was towards the end to go into the CFL, the Pro League stopped abruptly, no CFL. How you felt about that at the time?
Really disappointed, because there was talks that the Pro League was about to start, and also the Ascension League, and the CFL was to start right before the COVID restrictions came up. So I was looking at it like a warm-up sort of tournament to go into those other leagues, and it was really disappointed that everything went down the drain. But I still think they have plans of playing the CFL as the country open back up a little. So I'm looking forward to that, to get going in the community and stuff. But also the Pro League, it was really disappointing, because, as I say, to reach where we want to reach, play outside and stuff, they want to see a player playing football, a player active. So we were just here not doing anything. So it was kind of tough for all the players, and it still is tough for the players around the country.
Okay. So basically, I think it'll be tough for everybody, because Scarlett and myself were referees, and it was difficult to, even when they cancel all the leagues, they cancel the Pro League, we kind of get a little despondent. We don't want to train. We were just like,
I still get training right now.
Imagine you as a player in terms of your career, wanting to get international opportunities, no football, limited exercise. How did you stay fit and keep your regime in that period of time should the opportunity have come?
That was really tough as well. It was hard. I wasn't motivated to run and stuff. I was supposed to run a lot, so I always fit on the field, because that's my game, running a lot. So is always, I try to make it a problem to mark me, because I was on the move. But I wasn't motivated to go and run. I was trying to do my little strength training, push-ups, sit-ups, but that's about it. To pick up myself and run, it was really tough. Only in the late, when I heard that we were about to start back national training, I got that sort of motivation, and I started back to run and, prepare myself.
Scarlett.
Let me kind of go all the way back now. As I say, we played together at under 16 level.
You just want to talk about NAPS. Yeah, talk about NAPS.
Yeah, we played together at under. I remember your debut, the under 16 debut against Prayers. We lost that game 2-0. And I was on the bench for that game. Gary had me on the bench for the game. I again shot that game. You hit the bar in that game. You almost got a free kick, and that was
in Prayers ground, right?
Yeah, in Prayers ground. Yeah.
I think I fractured my hand too in that game.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
the
I
season,
remember.
the season before or 2 seasons before that, you won the national under 14 title with NAPS, and my brother was a part of that side.
Yeah.
Tell me about that journey.
That journey was really good, really fun in youth football because it was a plan from the coaches, from the whole administration that these young players have a lot of quality and we could make something out of them. And actually, when we won that under 14, we came up to win the under 16 and then we won the intercol and the championship at the senior level. So it was, a lot of players coming up the ranks and bringing it home for NAPS, and that was a joy.
Yeah, and I think you was one of the best players in the whole tournament. I think you was SSFL MVP or something like that.
Yeah, I think I won the player of the year for the what else call it? I forget what else called the league now, the championship now.
The
Yeah,
Premier
but when
League,
they
The senior
play
grade then?
the Premier
I would
League,
have been senior grade?
the Premier League, I
the
meant
Premier
to say,
League,
and
the
the
Premier
Premier
League.
League, yeah, the first Premier League that was. So I
Yeah.
won the player of the year that year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let me dive into that Premier League title because that was the first ever Premier League title,
Yeah.
and NAPS won it.
Yeah.
How was that?
Well, that Premier League started and a number of us weren't around because we was with the national team playing CFU. That was me, Marty, and Watson. Um, I
Das was in
think
that too.
Das, I think, was with us. A few of us, was with the national team, and the other players did really well until we came back. Everybody played as a team. I think the team was really strong. And coming down to around the last game or the last two games, St. Anthony's was on top actually, but I know it, our team they was going to get 2 wins or something of that sort. So we know they can slip up and they slipped up and that was it. Take the title from another.
And yeah, the last game at home against Shiva.
Yeah. And that was a world class game we played. We really enjoyed that game.
That was
Played
Real
it
2014?
professional game.
2014, yeah, that was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, real professional game. I like how we managed that game. We didn't get carried away, move the ball, and we enjoyed it, man.
Playing it from the home crowd too, the NAPS crowd. That was,
Yeah. Nice feeling.
and what about the
What
year
happened in
after?
Intercolor year?
Yeah, I
I
was
could
not
just
going to. Well, go ahead.
in 2014, what happened in Intercolor year?
We play Benedict's in the South final,
Yeah,
and
wanted to say
Benedict
that.
scrape we. Benedict scrape we.
Scrape away. Scrape away.
Scrape we,
Scrape away.
man. Some
Go ahead, you can
mistake,
continue.
keeper.
I couldn't
All,
remember what happened in 2014, so I couldn't
Oh,
remember.
okay. So wanted to talk about that. But the year after that, 2015, the treble winning year, historic year for NAPS in terms
yeah.
of school and school football on the whole. The
Yeah,
first team to win the treble, and
yeah.
that was the first year that school football was on Sportsmax too. So that
True,
give you a lot of
true.
exposure. How was
I
that
was not
treble
wrong for
winning?
that one actually. I was not wrong for that one. I left in 2014. Yeah.
But
So
how it was for you, like watching on the outside?
it was real good, real good. I was a little bit jealous because the guy all that play on sports math, all that. I like to be a part of that, but I was happy for them.
And Das was match in the final. And
Yeah. Mikey
that
was the captain.
yeah, that was probably one of the best knock sides we had.
Yeah. It was real good. I enjoy watching them.
All right.
Imagine I could have be all out of the country and seeing that game live. It was nice, man.
True. Yeah, thankful for Sportsmax and carrying SSFL where it is now, and in terms of
Yeah.
broadcasting the games and stuff. Jabari, I just
Yeah.
want to ask you a quick question. So you had a great career in terms of SSFL. You won, as you would say, the player of the year. Because I actually remember you all came back late and you still to
Yeah.
get the MVP honors.
Yeah.
You had a reasonably good career in terms of the under something football. Transitioning now to the pro league, you would have been with a number of teams. I believe W Connection, Civic, Club
Club
Sando, and one more.
Sando and police right now.
Police.
Yeah.
What is your goals for the TT Pro League, and for how come you had such a short stint in the TT Pro League and you would have been a number of clubs?
Well, I started at W Connection from very young and growing up there, and things didn't go so well. Not with the football. I learned a lot there. I learned a lot, and I'm really thankful for that because the player I am today, I learned plenty things from W Connection. But things other than the football didn't go so well, so I had to leave and I came down Civic, which is home in Point, and things didn't go so well with the football, I should say, with the mentality of people around. Like players around, there wasn't any same head with me, and I didn't want to stay in an environment where players just in it maybe for money or in it just to get sweat. And I was more serious, so I didn't want to get out of that environment. So I went to Club Sando. I had a okay season there, but that point in time was kind of tough because the country began to get a little tough. I was working and playing for Club Sando, so I could honestly say it didn't get the full Jabari in that
Yeah,
particular
in that
time. It didn't get the
capacity,
best
because you
out
could be
of me.
tired.
Yes,
So how
Yeah.
that
sometimes
is
I'm
work? You
tired.
like a 9 to 5 years working? Or 8 to
I was
4?
working at 7 to 3:30.
How
Sometimes
that, how
I'll
that is
leave.
work though?
Sometimes I'll leave early because the people I work with understand I play football, so they give me that blind sometime. But sometimes not being around, I might have miss training and I wouldn't start any game. I supposed to start, but I had to miss training, so I wouldn't start. So it was a kind of up and down time there. But I really enjoying Polish right now.
So so you working a job and playing football. That was because football wasn't paying enough, or you wanted to balance the
That
two.
was because it had a time right before the league started, back it had about a 6 month period where they had no football. So I wasn't having no income or anything. So I started to work and the football came by while I was working. So I continued working and playing the football at that time.
And then I
And
think at the end of the day, the pay would be with the pro league teams. I know it'll take some time. It'll take
Yeah,
different things, especially when you have things to do. If you had to maintain a diet, get new boots,
yeah,
etc., you need that steady income.
exactly. So it was kind of tough. So I decided to continue working and playing. So my football was really up and down that time and I accepted that. But right now I'm with police and I enjoy the football at police because everybody kind of on the same head, and I actually on the verge of going into the police as well because I think I need like a getting older, and I think it's like a good backup for me. I still have the opportunity of going outside and play, so it's a win-win situation for me. So I put myself in place so that I
yeah,
can't lose out in life.
trying to cover all
I
your
agree.
bases.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your aspirations in terms of playing with police? You still want to get scouted to playing with police? You have an agent
Yeah.
working to get you outside? How that working out
Yeah,
right now?
definitely. I have a few agents working on things for me, but I want to still be a top player in the country, get onto the national team, be an established player on the national team, and win things with police. So, our opportunity could come anytime. So, I still looking forward to the opportunity with while playing with police.
Why playing with police? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
So
okay. Because
you'll be 23 now.
Yeah, I'm 23 right now.
So you think you still have time to make a mark in the national team?
I think so. Yeah, on the national team, I have a lot of time, but even to play outside, I think I have time, but not much because teams looking at more younger players right now. So I think I have time. So my football should do the talking and see if I get an opportunity.
how are you looking to bounce back after COVID with regards to this lull? So the Pro League taking a long time to start back, unfortunately. I think in general, COVID or not, the Pro League, when it's done, you never know when it's starting
Yeah,
back. You
no
never have
when
fixtures.
yeah, yeah,
So
true.
with all of that in the air and with you one having aspirations to get out there and put yourself
Hmm.
out there, what avenues you're currently working on? You're pushing hard with the national team as regards with police in terms of other than your agent. What are you doing to kind of ensure that when the opportunity comes, you grasp with the two hands?
Right, well, since I started back to train with the national team, I'll push really hard with the national team. I'm glad for the opportunity to start back playing football. That was a real good opportunity. And I know once I'm training with a team, I also do my individual work. So it's just about getting back in the groove with the whole football scenario, the motivation that I didn't have, I get it back now. So I'll be working on myself and working with the national team. And actually, I just got a text that police gonna start back training from next week as well. So I'll be in full flight from as of next week.
Okay, no problem.
Satisfying COVID regulations and everything there too. Because
Yeah, yeah.
if you're training from next week, that means you're getting tested weekly.
Well, they just test our temperature and stuff, but any training we do things in groups. We don't like train normal. We still go by the protocols and stuff, and we do
Groups of
things in
five.
groups. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you don't get no
Yeah.
like swab test or something to
Nah, never got one. I ain't really want it, nah.
Well, if football
Yeah,
start
look,
back, you might have to get it.
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
true. But it looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
just
you had a spell in Albania a few years ago.
Actually, I was on the verge of signing that contract in Albania. I signed a pre-agreement, and things went wrong with the agent and the club.
Oh, so you didn't
So
actually go.
I lost. I didn't actually go, but I went to Sweden last year for like 3 months, half of the season.
And how was that?
It was good, a good experience
Is
playing
that
outside
trial?
and stuff. No, I was actually signed with the team.
Okay, okay. What team was that?
It was Nordvärmland F Nordvärmland FF.
In the Swedish top flight?
Not the top flight. That was the third division
Okay,
in
okay,
Sweden.
okay.
Yeah,
How
fourth
was
actually, fourth division in
oh,
Sweden.
that were far away. How was training and
Yeah,
thing in that side of the world?
the training was really good because no matter the level in those countries, footballing countries, so everybody at a level. So the football was actually faster than the pro league, more technical, and I enjoyed. I used it as a stepping stone because my agent was working on something else. I thought the team itself, the professionalism, I didn't really like the level of professionalism. So and then I wasn't willing to go back. But the football was enjoyable.
So right after that Sweden, where you went? You come back to Trinidad.
Yeah, I come back and I joined police.
Okay, okay.
I just want to touch on one thing. If you could elaborate, when I say level of professionalism, was it in terms of the attitude towards players? Was it concerning the facilities and these kind of things? Because we did have previous guests that come on and indicated that they would have had experienced racism at different points in their career. Not saying that was the issue, but
Mm-hmm.
the lack of professionalism he was experiencing. What would you attribute that to?
I would say more the probably the staff, the owners, certain things that above the football wasn't to my liking. But everybody welcomed me well. Sometimes maybe I might have a player that you feel that kind of
Yeah.
racism vibes from him, but it wasn't nothing serious. I think all the players was cool, and I enjoyed the football itself. But
Mhm.
I wasn't willing to go back there, and plus the community there was a really boring community. I was just training, game back inside, so I didn't really enjoy that part of it.
Okay, okay,
They didn't
okay.
make no friends in Sweden. No?
No, it was more old people in the village. That kind of vibes.
But like a number of people would have once they get out the country, a number of people once they get out the country, they don't really care. So
Yeah.
how would you react to somebody watching this video saying that so this man get opportunity to go outside, go Sweden and
Mm-hmm.
come back because he didn't like the staff and he find the place was boring? How would you
Mm-hmm.
respond to or what you think about somebody saying something like that?
No, I think if you're on football, you should be able to cope with any situation because I have a mindset. I could go anywhere and play football once I'm getting a good salary, the football is good, and everything is to my liking.
Hmm.
It's okay if the play is boring, but actually that club it wasn't such of a big salary, a big opportunity. So It was just, as I say, a stepping stone because my agent was working on something bigger. So they
Okay.
wanted to see me playing at a level. So that's
Okay.
why I already went out there. But it wasn't to stay
Oh,
long
okay.
term.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So do you have a preferred destination, whether it's the MLS, USL, or do you prefer somewhere in Sweden, the European continent?
Well, growing up, it was always to get out in Europe. But to be honest and to be realistic, in Europe, they're more kind of teenagers right now that could do similar things to what I can do. So right about now, I'm still not limiting myself because you never know I could end up in Europe. But I just want to go as far as my potential could take me. Yeah, and
Okay.
gain a living from the game as well because I have a family to see about and that kind of stuff.
Okay. 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 So no, you don't prefer CONCACAF, you don't prefer Europe, you just going where talent take you and the best opportunity is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just on your commentary on the Pro League as opposed to the CFL. For the CFL, we saw Maika Ramout, we saw Cedrus
Yeah.
Ramout, we saw that kind of vibe for the Community League. We would see Maika Ramout for Civic, especially in the early days when Civic just came back and
Mm.
everything. But what do you think the Pro League needs to attract the crowds consistently that the CFL was getting and the excitement in the CFL?
I think the community vibes, full stop. I think all teams should, have a community, go back to the community and play the football. I mean, you'll have games in the stadiums as well, but you have to develop that community vibe so the supporters will follow you anywhere you go. Because teams like, let me say, Civic at a point, Guaya, those are teams that,
Mm.
fans from the village will go out anywhere and support once they're doing good. But these kind of people, once they're not doing good, they'll just leave you by the wayside. So
Yeah.
also the football need to improve to attract people to want to come and see it. You don't just play the football to gain a salary. People should take it more serious and attract people to come out and look at you.
Okay. So you spoke a number of times with regards players playing to just gain a salary or just
Mm-hmm.
kicking a ball, etc. Why ascribe to that elite mentality? Do you think the elite mentality is what would carry you out of Trinidad? So you want to literally position yourself where you're in an environment where all the players push in.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't get at you wouldn't get that everywhere you go that the whole team pushing. You might have a slack player that needs some, but you need that together vibes. And if I somewhere where everybody for themselves, I don't really like that because football is about togetherness and team. So that together vibes, you just always feel it when you're around it.
Well, Jabari, bro, it was nice having you. It was nice for you to be on. Hope you could come on next time on the pod. And everyone listening or watching this pod, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.